Har Har Mahadev. Hello everyone. Today we will start with the second Samhita of Shiva Purana, which is the Rudra Samhita. There are 10,268 shlokas in Rudra Samhita divided into 5 khandas, namely Srishti Khanda, Sati Khanda, Parvati Khanda, Kumara Khanda and Yuddha Khanda. In today's episode, we will start with the Srishti Khanda, chapter 1. The sages asks. I prostrate myself before Sri Ganesha. I prostrate myself before Gauri and Shankara. This begins the second Samhita, Rudra Samhita. Gauri's husband is the cause behind the creation, preservation, and dissolution of the universe. He resorts to Maya but is himself beyond Maya. His form cannot be thought of. His unblemished form is pure understanding. Using his own Maya, he has created everything. Like space, he is inside and outside it. The universe constantly revolves around him, just as pieces of iron do around a magnet. Vyasa said, Shambhu is the father of the universe. Shiva is the mother of the universe. Ganadisha is their son. On one occasion, sages who were residents of Naimisharanya, Shaunaka and others asked Sudha. The rishi said, We have heard the virtuous, auspicious account of Videshwar Samhita. O Sudha, O immensely fortunate one, because of your devotion, you obtained the supreme compassion of your Guru Vyasa. Please make us hear Shankara's supreme account. Especially tell us about the divine conduct of Shiva and Shiva. Maheshwara is Nirguna. In this world, how does he assume the Sakuna form? In the midst of the creation, how does the Lord continue to engage in his pastimes? How is Shankara, who brings auspiciousness to the world, pleased? Please tell us all about this. We have heard that Bhagavan is instantly pleased. Full of compassion, he is unable to witness great exertions made by his devotees. Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesha, these three have originated from the divinity of Shiva's body. When Mahesha is complete, he is himself like another Shiva. Please tell us about his manifestations and especially about his conduct. Also tell us about Uma's origin and her marriage, about their domestic life and their supreme pastimes. Vyasa said, Thus asked, Sudha was filled with joy. He remembered Shambhu's lotus feet and replied, O sages, you have asked a proper questions. Questions about Sadashiva's account purify three kinds of men and women, those who ask, those who narrate, and those who hear. It is like the waters of Ganga. O Brahmanas, please listen lovingly. What you have asked me is exactly what Narada asked his father when he was sent by Hari, who is nothing other than a form of Shiva. Brahma is Shiva's devotee. Therefore, on hearing his son's words, his mind was pleased. Full of delight and joy, he spoke about Shiva's fame to the excellent sage. The rishi said, O Sudha, when did this conversation, which generates happiness between Vidatri and Narada, occur? Tell us all about it. Vyasa continued. Hearing the words of the sages, Sudha was greatly delighted and replied, detailing the conversation. Next, we will go to chapter 2. Narada's austerities and pride. Sudha said, Narada, supreme among the sages and Brahma's son, was humble in his Atman. On one occasion, he made up his mind to engage in austerities. There is an extremely beautiful cave in the Himalaya mountains. There is a great and divine hermitage there. Narada went there for austerities. He performed austerities for a very long time. He was silent and sat there in asana and practiced pranayama. The Brahman was directly manifested before him. As he performed the austerities, the mind of Indra was worried. He thought in his mind, "The sage desires my kingdom." Indra made efforts to stop his austerities. Indra called for Kamadeva. Kama swiftly arrived there along with his queen Rati. Indra said, "O noble friend, listen affectionately to my words and act so as to help me. Through your prowess, I have destroyed the pride of many ascetics. The stability of my kingdom has always been based on your favors. The sage Narada is tormenting himself through austerities in a cave in the Himalaya mountains. His mind has turned towards becoming the Lord of the universe. I am scared that he may ask Vidatri for my kingdom. Therefore, go there right now and create impediments in the path of his austerities." Thus addressed by the great Indra, Kama went there with his beloved Madhu. He quickly used all of his own skills, but this did not cause the least bit of change in the sage. His pride was destroyed. O Shaunaka and others, please lovingly listen to the reason. It was at this spot that Shambhu had performed great austerities. It was at this spot that he had destroyed Kama. Rati requested the gods to bring back Kamadeva. Requested by them, Shankara had replied, "O gods, after some time Kama will come to life again. But Kamadeva's artifices will never work in this place. This bit of ground will be immune to the powers of Kama's arrows." Since Shambhu had said this, Kama had made futile efforts against Narada. He quickly returned to Indra in the heaven. Kama told everything about how he had no power against the sage. He was then commanded to return back to his own abode. Narada remained in that spot for a long time. When he thought he had completed the austerities, the sages stopped. In thinking that he had defeated Kama himself, the sage was proud. He was deprived of true jnana. Narada, supreme among the sages, was confounded by Shambhu's great Maya. He went quickly to Kailasa and reported what had happened. Proud, the sage told Rudra about everything he had done. He took himself to be a great-souled one. Having conquered Kamadeva, he thought that he was his own master. Hearing this, Rudra said, "O Narada, O wise one, you are blessed. But do not speak like this anywhere else, especially in front of Hari. Even if you are asked, you should not speak about what you have done as you have done now. This is a secret, and you must never speak about it. I am telling you this because I love you the most. You are Vishnu's devotee, and anyone who is Vishnu's devotee is my follower." The Lord Rudra, the origin of creation, told him about this in many ways. However, Narada did not pay heed to these beneficial words. The noble sage went to Brahma's word. Bowing down before Vidatri, he told him how he had defeated Kamadeva through the strength of his austerities. Hearing this, Vidatri remembered Shambhu's lotus feet and got to know everything about the real reason. Therefore, he tried to restrain his son. Narada is supreme among those who possess jnana, but he was confounded by Shiva's Maya. Therefore, he did not pay heed to the beneficial words Vidatri had spoken. With his intelligence destroyed, Narada swiftly went to Vishnu's world. Vishnu saw that the sage Narada has arrived. He got up affectionately, advanced slowly towards him, and embraced him. He made him sit down on his own seat. Hari remembered Shiva's lotus feet and, deciding to destroy Narada's insolence, addressed him in these words. Vishnu said, "O son, where have you come from and why have you come here? Because of your arrival, I have become like a Tirtha." Hearing Vishnu's words, the proud sage Narada told him everything about what he had done. Hearing the sage's words, Vishnu remembered Shiva's lotus feet in his heart and got to know everything about the reason for the pride. Hari was Shiva's devotee and his Atman was immersed in Shiva. He closed his eyes and meditated on his lotus feet before stopping. Knowing what Shankara was planning to do, the preserver of the universe followed Shiva's instruction and spoke pleasantly to the supreme sage. Vishnu said, "O Narada, you are blessed. You are a store of austerities, and your intelligence is extensive. O sage, desire and delusion only affect those in whom the three types of devotion do not exist. Because of that deviation, many kinds of miseries arise. But you are faithfully devoted to Brahmacharya and always possess jnana and non attachment. How can a deviation like desire arise in you? You are intelligent and your mind does not suffer from any deviation." The excellent sage heard many such words of praise. Smiling within his heart, he bent down and replied, "O Lord, as long as you show me your compassion, how can karma have any power over me?" Saying this, the sage bent down before Hari and went wherever he wanted to go. Thus ends chapter 2 of Srishti Khanda. We will continue with the next chapter in the next episode. Thank you.